Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Kyle Richmond with Rebuilt Strength and Rehab. Something I get asked all the time is how important is hip rotation when it comes to hip health? Well, I'm here to tell you it's really important. There's two things that our hip can do. It can externally rotate and it can internally rotate. I'm gonna give you three really easy setups that are gonna help with that. First up is our classic hip 90-90 drill. Front leg is at 90 degrees, back leg is at 90 degrees. The hip we're focused on for internal rotation is our back hip. What I want to be able to do is sit up and rotate my torso over that hip. We should feel a stretch or sensation here in the hip. If you feel a pinch or discomfort, I want you to lean back and then rotate over that hip. So for a lot of us, this might be enough. Big thing we're going to look at though is the control you have of your hip. So what I'm going to do from here is trying to keep this knee down. I'm going to see, can I pick that hip up off the ground? This might be pretty challenging. If you struggle there, we're going to drop down to our elbow and then lift from here. Let's go to position 2. Your second option is a seated position. It could be off a table, a bench, a couch, or whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my knee so it's lower than where my hip is. So I'm going to scoot forward a little bit. Here I want to rotate my foot out and squeeze into what's called internal rotation. So my ability to go outward with my foot. I'm going to feel a lot of this in that outside part of my hip, and we're just going to rotate back and forth from here. For some of you, you might need more of a challenge. So what we're going to do is go to position 3, which you'll see next. Option number 3 is going to be a frog position. So we're going to start on hands and knees, bringing my feet outside of where my knees are, and I'm going to sit back as I drop to my elbows. Here, keeping my foot and my knee on the ground, and then I'm going to try to lift my foot up and off the ground. If you're getting a nasty pinch in the front of your hip, you're going to lean forward and go from here. So it's easier the further I am up front, the more I sink back, the harder that is, but the more internal rotation I'm going to feel. If you're getting a cramp in the outside of your hip, it means you're doing it right. Again, bringing myself forward, a lot easier. The more I sit back, the harder it is. You can also change positions, be up on our hands, sit back more, making that even more challenging. So a quick recap, if you're someone who struggles with hip mobility, start with rotation. I like to start most of my patients or clients with internal rotation. Some of them I get to start at 90-90. A lot of people start in the seated position because it's an easy way to get started. Then the most challenging will be something like the frog position. If you're looking for more mobility videos, I've got a ton on my channel here. Just go ahead and look at playlists and then go to hip or any other joint and you'll see a couple hundred different videos of variations, and I'm constantly adding to that channel. Thanks again.